Hi, living in Boulder vlog. I was having these Cheeto things my mom got me the other day. Brains or something like this. So yesterday, blah blah. That was like a long time ago. Who remembers what I did day before yesterday? But yesterday holy shit, what did I do yesterday? So I go in there and yeah, yesterday I had to go and build my table for underneath my bike table. I'll do a demo of it when I do the demo of my studio, when I get it hooking up. So, oh my God, my brain. Yeah. So I ended up work. I went to the store a couple times. Ended up working until like 5 in the morning or something. So then, no, actually, but then I didn't sleep. And then I lie down and I'm waiting to sleep. And, and, um, I don't get to sleep. So then 8:30 comes around and so I was working until like 5:30, like painting and then fixing like cables and stuff, and I'm still not done. And never got to sleep. And then 8:30, I'm like, I could have sworn the mechanic said to bring the car over at 8:30 because the little window switch housing fell totally out of the door. That's like last summer, and I want to sell my car. I have to sell my car, and I go down there, and it's like cold, and the car won't even unlock, or it like barely unlocks or something. Yeah. And then it wouldn't unlock and lock, so that's like another problem. Last summer, I think it was last summer or something, I dropped my car off this dude in North Boulder, and had it for like 2.5 months, and charged me like $1,500. And when I got to pick him up, he just like glares at me, doesn't say anything. Had his secretary do everything, and then I paid him to fix just because the front right door was independent, but the rest of the car was fine. Anyway, after he gives it back to me, it started doing that when it was cold. So I actually paid the guy like $1,500 to break my door. Anyway, he's been around forever, older guy, but then he went out of business because I was looking for another mechanic because my other mechanic went out of business, or like retired. So anyway, I'll charge the guy tomorrow, and hopefully he can fix it or know what's going on and can fix it for a reasonable price, because it's kind of hard to sell a car that you can't lock. It's really unfortunate. Every time I try to sell my car, all this stuff breaks on it. Really got to sell my car. I'm ridiculously in debt. Maybe I need to, if I can stand out enough, like in a positive way, I could ask for money. Like I could put in donations, and then maybe open up like what are those? Oh, the other money raising sites like GoFundMe or whatever. So anyway, or just freaking, hopefully somebody buys my car, and then I'll get enough out of debt where what Jimmy call it won't blind me, because I kind of feel like what's it called, the interest, because I kind of feel like God has been like guiding me, because certain things happen that make me like buy more than I normally would. Like I bought all these cameras and cables, and I turn it back, and so then I return the money. Might as well, because I guess it all didn't go like in my bank account, went to the card. So then I go and buy more camera. So then I come back and I buy 2 cameras the other day. So I come back and I decide, I buy a 12-footer and a 24-footer. HDMI cables are no joke. Like a 24-footer is $120. 12-footer is like $60 or something like that. So it's not just the cost of the video camera. I got the cheapest video camera you can get, $230, and it's gonna come to my 2 gonna come to the house tomorrow, and then the third one comes on like 23rd. Um, and so I come home and, I go to the store, Home Depot, to get the little cracks, the little hooks put on the ceiling for the just big ass, thick ass, what should we call it, cable, HDMI. So I do the HDMI cable on the top. It has to go up on the ceiling and across the ceiling, like directly across, like diagonally across the ceiling. It can't be all snazzy like around the uh, the corners, even at a 24-footer. But once it gets to the destination, it still has a couple feet extra, so you can put the video camera in the middle of my TV, or like, I guess, to the edge, either edges of my 70-inch TV. So I might hook up like multiple mounts if it's easy enough to just get off the camera. I was just thinking about that, but that's a little bit too much work. I don't think I will. But it's just good to know that I could if I wanted to. So anyway, yesterday, because I spent so much time returning all my stuff there, I forgot to get the splitter, because I have the way that my room is set up. Let's see if I can make this make sense. From now on, like pretty soon when I do videos, they're going to be on my Delio. Like, we're not going to be on this anymore. It's going to be graphics. It's going to be really cool. But I have like my 70-inch in front of me. That's kind of what's illuminating my face, sort of. It's like right there. I'm facing south. And then I got my wall TV. It's on the north wall. And then that was connected to this like HDMI splitter that's underneath my big 70-inch TV. But the HDMI splitter at 24 inches has to go across diagonally. But it can't go across diagonally to the ceiling because the HDMI splitter is on top of the like my bass player, which is on top of a little stool. So it's up like 2 feet. So if you go 2 feet down, you can't go all the way up because it's too close to the ground, around, and then back down to the TV because it was kind of low. The only way to do it, or the other wall. Actually, I did the other wall, but I was tripping over it. Like around the wall, but it has to go across the door that goes to the bathroom. So I recently just made it so it just goes across the middle of the room, and it's a thick cable, this thick. So even though it's underneath a rug, you can still feel it. Like when you're doing stretching or whatever, walking around, it's like why don't they build the 35-foot long ones? So anyway. So that's what I was using, to power my other monitor. So when I'm over at my desk, one monitor I can do my Mac computer, and then the other one, because I got another monitor for my new Windows computer. And but what happens is this morning, because last night I spent a lot of time drilling holes into the back of my table, my bike table, like dedicated holes. And the wood's like that thick, just big enough for to fit HDMI cable. And and there's not enough. I couldn't drill enough holes if they're all going to be individual holes. I don't want to to make one big hole, screw with the integrity of my table. So I kind of don't have enough holes for each one because it's like eight inputs plus 2, and then another one, so it's like 9. And then all the other ones, like the 2 mics and the headphones. And anyway, but it doesn't matter because one of the long ones, the 24, can come up through the side. There's this big hole. So yeah, as long as you only have one through the side. But so I got all these 1-inch ones and 8 little HDMI converter, USB to HDMI converters. I was having fantasy dreams that I could use my webcam that way. It's really stupid. When they come in, a bunch will come in today, and I think the final one comes in on Saturday. And once they all come in, I'm going to go down to Whole Foods, which is 1 block away, because that's what my mom said. I just go to customer service, and I just hand them my things, and they take it back for me, like Amazon. So that's awesome. So I'll do that then, because that was a couple $100. So I'll get back, because I don't even want to look at my credit cards until the dust settles. I get the money back from that. These I guess I got 8 of them. I was maybe it'll work. So, but these little 1-foot cable, HDMI cable, was just long enough to go from the TV on the wall to a splitter. But the problem is the splitter didn't work. You know, I put it in HDMI 1. I'm like, well, why don't I see the TV, the big TV? And then I put it in HDMI 2 because that's what it is. And I do HDMI 1. Because I think out of my big TV, HDMI 1 is, I got a PlayStation. I've only played it a couple times, but I think the HDMI 1, yeah, and then on the TV, on my new computer, and there was nothing. So I'm like, all right, well, that splitter doesn't work. You can only, like, use one splitter, I guess, is the rules. You can't use a TV coming out of splitter 2 and then get it into another splitter and call that one splitter 2 or something. There can only be one splitter and 2. So this morning I go back to the store and I return that like the same day that I bought it. And a 4-foot HDMI cable because I didn't need it. Because I went this morning and got a 1.5 foot. Like I went out 4 times a day. So now I connect my wall TV that goes directly into my Elgato. No, not my Elgato. My Atem Mini Extreme converter or whatever, switcher. So, which is convenient as hell. Like the 1-footer didn't make it, but the 1.5 footer, that's pretty cool. That's how close it is to the wall. I'll do a demo of it, but I was like, okay, well, let's just get it working. I'll just because the splitter doesn't work, fuck it. I'll just go in. It's kind of a pain. I have to look back. I have to put the table on the ground, look back, turn the light off in the corner so I don't go blind. Get my little phone, turn on the flashlight, place it on here so it lights it, and I where the hell it is. Push it way up, push it in, whatever, like whether I'm using it, because I need to use it as a monitor. Like you use one of them to run the program, but then the other one to see what you're actually streaming. So I need it. So, but I also want to use it for like when I'm doing dual monitors. The one on the wall from a Macintosh and the one over here on the side for the Windows. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just do that. I can deal with that, whatever. So I plugged the 1.5 footer from the wall TV to my my Atem Mini Extreme, right? And I'm looking at it, and all of a sudden I see that it's got the same screen as my 70-inch TV. And I'm like, okay, what? My North TV is communicating with my Macintosh via my Atem Mini Extreme, but my Atem Mini Extreme is connected to my Windows computer, not my Macintosh. How the hell does the Atem Mini Extreme even know that I have a Macintosh? Yet, when I push camera 1, it's the Macintosh. Some kind of Wi-Fi magic that it did all by itself. And so I'm like, and I look down and yeah, sure enough, it's that 1.5 foot cable going from the only output for the TV into the Mini Extreme. And I'm looking at this big ass 24-foot cable, like not plugged in anything. Looking at the TV, and it's my Mac, and I'm like, the hell? So I unplugged the thing, and I'm like, oh my god, $320 HDMI cable. That means maybe I could take that thing back, that switcher, which is $70, and then the 4-foot cable, another 30. There's $100, another $120. So I get $240 off from what I normally would. If I wanted to buy a camera or HDMI cable setup, fuck it. That's God right there. Fucking buy another camera. So that's what I did. I went in and bought another camera because I had the free cable. Because this is another thing. This morning, when I went into the Home Depot, I decided to get 6 hooks from the ceiling so that I could hook up the hooks for my other camera, even though I knew that I didn't even know when the hell I was going to have the money to put the cable or the camera up. And I'm even thinking at the back of my head, like tempted and like almost thinking about it seriously. I'm going, let me just buy a $120 HDMI camera cable. Let me just buy it. Just so I can plug it into that Mini Extreme and thread it along my ceiling and just have it there. just so that instead, when I do want to get the other camera, the fifth camera, all I have to do is buy the camera for $230 and not the thing, you know? And I mean, it's crazy lunacy. I didn't do it. I caught myself, but I was like, you know, and anyway, next thing I know, I have a free cable for the thing that I just built. So I'm like, ah. So I like hook it up. I do it around the ceiling. Yeah, now the thing comes down. There's more room over here because it goes straight across. It comes down all the way, like to like more than halfway down, like 4 feet up or whatever. So if I do it to the side, I can do the camera all the way to that side of the north side of the TV. I mean the room, or all the way to the west side, the south side of the room. You know, as well as in the middle if I want to move around. So I could put like mounts. So I could have you know, all kinds of mountage. So anyways, as after this dust settles, what I have is 5 fucking cameras set up, dude. I don't know how much money I spent. I have to wait until I get my the returns from Amazon, and then after they settle with Amazon, and then I guess by then it'll be damn near the end of the month. So then I recalibrate at the beginning of the month and see where my finances are. But I just like it just came together so quickly over the last few days. I mean, I decided I needed an ATM Mini. 2 days later, it's on my doorstep. Then the next day I decided I need video cameras, and 2 days later they were going to be there. So, so anyways, this morning I went in and ordered a mic, and then on Amazon I got this I got a adapter because my other mic only came out in USB and I need the mic input. So some guy at the store actually said that maybe that didn't work because the sound isn't right, but I was going to figure that out for myself. So that comes so I'm only waiting on a couple things. The adapter for the mic that I have, and I already have a USB extender to get it there. And then another mic, which I got, just a $30 mic. So I have 2 mics because I wanted to use the capabilities of the thing because it had 2 mic inputs. And then I have the headphone input, and I'm just using that because I think put my headphones away because they're like cracked. But so I have them like earphones plugged in there. So yeah, the way that it works. So I guess I have a maximum of 7 cams and not 8 because the way that it works is I have one camera. I have my Macintosh plugged into camera 1 because I use webcams for it. Like my Macintosh are just going to be glorified adapters now, HDMI adapters, so I don't have to buy a video camera. So the first input is at Macintosh 2017. Second input is Macintosh 2015. Third input is going to be, one of the video cameras. Third, fourth, and fifth is going to be one of the video cameras, which I don't have yet. So, but when I look at the switcher, because when I saw the screen of my Mac there, the light, because I'm flicking around the lights, it was on 1. So then I hit light 2, and that's my Mac 1. Actually, Mac 1, the camera wasn't hooked up. It was Mac 2. So I hit 3, and it's the Mac 2 that's camera's hooked up. So when I hit camera 3 on my Stream Deck, it actually activates port 2. Because when I hit camera 1, it activates port 3. When I hit camera 2, it activates port 3. When I activate port 3, it activates camera that goes into port 2. When I hit the button 3, it activates the camera in port 2. When I hit button 2, it activates camera in port 1. Because when I hit button 1, that's what gets me to my Macintosh. That's what the little program goblins did, magically. So when I plug the next of the videos in, when I get my new my 3 new video cameras, it's going to be port 4, 5, and 6 that's going to represent on my buttons 3, 4, and 5. So, but I'm just like tickled to death because this means I have 5 cameras, because I got like a free HDMI cable. I also don't have to feel this lump on my floor anymore. Like, I also have a super easy ass way to, like when I'm doing live streaming, to just hit the goddamn button and boom, I'm on my browser, dude. Like that's one of the things I was really I couldn't figure out how to do with OBS. So it's like, hey, let me show you on my internet, bong, browser, and yeah, so I guess there's one thing left, which would be cool, is if I could connect my 70-inch TV up here to my Windows computer, because that happened one time. I go into my Windows computer, the very first time I had it. I go to settings, I click Bluetooth, I click TV. Next thing I know, the dots appear on my big screen TV as the dots are on my monitor. Boom, connects to the big screen TV wirelessly. I'm like, what? Because I have wired mouse and keyboard to my Windows TV here in bed. I have two mouses and keyboards that that hardwired in. It's like a gaming computer because that's what I thought you need to stream. So, but the lag was so bad. It was like only good enough if like I was just fucking around on the internet and just really wanted it to be there. But it wasn't not even nearly good enough to do Google Earth with, and probably barely good enough to do like Dreamweaver with. Like not like much worse than my 2015 computer, which is worse than my 2017 computer. So I was like, okay, whatever, but at least I can do it. At least I know how to do it. Anyway, after that, my 70-inch smart TV just like doesn't see anything. It was like, okay, done that, been there, done that. We're not gonna do that anymore, which is weird as hell. It's like there's little goblins living in here. It does what it wants. Doesn't want it. Fucking free programming. Oh, and this other weird thing happened last night. It was like this morning because I'm walking around. I mean, and that's why I probably had to sleep. Because what happened was I didn't get sleep last night. And then I go down. I'm working around, going to town 4 times. So, and then I smoked 2 joints, which are like sativa indica hybrids. And so I'm here and I'm just like, I laid down to like just look at something and I'm just like, I could not, dude, to keep my eyes open. I was out, which is the best way to go to sleep. And then I get up and here I am. That's when I did the video. That's why I'm doing the video in the afternoon instead of the morning, because this morning I was like working and then I was kind of laying there awake for like an hour and a half or something, 2 hours, but I just didn't get any sleep after I was working, waiting to take the car in, which I didn't have to do anyway. So anyways, what was I getting at? Yeah, so anyways, it's all put, oh yeah, so the TV thing, like, if I was just figuring, like, yeah, maybe, like, next gen TV, like, my next 70-inch TV, there'll be a way to connect to my Windows, and so that justifies putting these two, the keyboard and the mouse, hardwired, like, under here. So anyways, where am I going to put my cameras? I have 5 cameras. I'm like, holy shit. So 2 of them are webcams, so I don't think the quality is going to be as good, although I don't even know what the hell a regular camera is. I did have a camcorder, and it may have been even HDMI, but I had to throw it away because I couldn't get it to turn on. Like these camcorders, if you don't turn them on for after a few years, they die. I had 2 of them that I bought back in 2010, and they're just sitting around, and then you turn them on, they don't turn on, and then this like red one was turned on a couple times, and it just died. So I hope that they make like electronics better. I guess I'll just use them enough so that they don't die. But so anyways, that's why I had to buy new ones. But I think the quality is gonna be much better than the camcorder. That's the cool thing. But so anyways, my western wall is gonna be a camcorder. I mean, it's gonna be a webcam. It's the Logitech C90. And that's gonna show me. That's the best video camera to show me bench pressing. I'll probably get sick of the bad quality of that and want to get a video camera one of these days. And to also save the life of my goddamn Macs, because Macs do not like OBS. Macs don't like streaming, and even if I have to use OBS to show the video on my Macs, all I do is open up OBS. I make sure all of the scenes are gone. Like there's nothing there but this one scene that just shows my external video camera. And even then, both Macs all day. Like I should put like fans under them, but then that'd be even louder. And then there's my Windows computer, which has all these fans going. So just listen to that. Do you hear that? That's just the sound of the existence in my room. So anyways, and then my second webcam, actually that's Mac 2015 has C90. But then Mac 2017, which is in plug 1, has my Brio, my Logitech Brio, which I then last night attached, and I haven't even seen the picture yet. I'm going to do that now. Like, I'm getting ahead of myself. Yeah, right, like fits perfectly in the little triangle between the two fans and the TV. Like there's a TV and then you have a big fan here and a big fan here. Right there is where it sits. So it's not in the way of when I'm on the desk or even when I'm on the bike. Because when I'm on the bike, my head level is pretty similar to the desk. Oh, and I also decided to put the mic down, right next to the on the same shelf as my Elgato, which I'm going to put that next to my Atem, and then on the left side as the mic is gonna pop out, kind of attached to the top, and I have my external hard drive which connects to the Atem Mini, velcroed to the top. You shouldn't even see it. I'm gonna show you. People are gonna see my setup and they're gonna be like, "This guy is the goddamn master. I'm the revolutionary. I'm the master. I'm the lord of all streaming of the world." So yeah, so that comes on the 23rd. So that's how the game is played. I could, oh yeah, so the other webcam is on the main camera, which I really want it to be there because I'm going to do a lot of, I want to do, like when I do videos from now on, it's just there, and then I can do my Stream Deck to just, my switcher and my Stream Deck, because I have a Stream Deck, the Elgato Stream Deck, which I'll use as to like switch scenes around, from wherever I am, and it has a really long USB cable. So I have the short USB cable that goes into the computer, and that's right there when I'm using it on the computer, right next to it. But then when I want to move it, for whatever reason, I would just, take it off its little Velcro. And then I have this really long one that's right there, kind of out of the way, but you can see it. So you just plug that into the computer, plug the Elgato Stream Deck to the cable. And the Elgato Stream Deck has a pretty long cable too, so you can put it out, and then you Velcro it to the side of my little stool. Is one place you can put it if you just want to put it like anywhere. You can drag it all the way across the room. So I could be like doing yoga, in the middle of the room, and I could be talking, and then I could just be controlling scenes of what I'm talking about from sit in the middle of the room, or way over here, like when I'm rowing. I could be maybe rowing and then typing in different scenes. So from anywhere. So even in the bedroom, even in the bathroom, I could be doing. Well, I would have to set up another camera in there later on. That's what I should do. I just came up with that idea now, because my bathroom is its own studio. It has like a gazillion lights in there for making videos, and even a fan above to make, if I want to do sound somewhere else, to make like my little hat spin around. And so yeah, it's just pipe a cable into that. Wow, there you go. I just thought of that now. For another camera. So then my video cameras, right? Because the website is webcam. Workstation with the computer is webcam. So if I have 5 webcams, so I have all four corners. That was my original idea. I wanted all 4 corners to have a camera. And now with my new Stream Deck, because I'm crazy enough to spend all the money, I have 4 corner cameras. So yeah. South side is in a video camera with this long ass HDMI cable I bought on the top of my TV. When that looks down, that's going to see me like in bed. Like if I want to do videos talking about stuff in bed, I can have my little switcher here, my little my little Elgato Stream Deck here, and I can be lazy talking. Because like I like having like lots of different scenarios, because you can have a background for each one, make you look like I'm all over the world. So like room's bigger than it is, like one of these spaceships. It looks small on the outside, you get in, it's huge. So, and then on my eastern side, it's the other 24-foot HDMI cable that I just got for free because the Elgato, the Atem somehow can see my Mac. So that goes to a video camera. And then right below my head is another video camera that I got with a 12-foot HDMI cable that goes perfectly right here. And then so it can look up at my TV. I wanted one that looks up the TV for when I work out. And I think it has great angles. It can show me like bench pressing, rowing, standing up and lifting weights on the bench and everything. Anyways, let's keep this under a half hour. Tomorrow, in a few days, we'll have it all set up and ready to go. I'm getting excited because it's coming together really well. Alrighty, talk tomorrow.